How's it going, ladies and gentlemen? My name is Ruffle Rowlet, and welcome back to a brand new video, guys. So we've got ourselves a big thingy to go through here. So yesterday, Eclipse, one of the insiders, whatever you want to call him, Riddlers that we have within the Pokemon community, one of the people that, I'm not sure if he, I don't know how to say it, Eclipse. Basically, you're a guy who provides us more information on other riddles and stuff like that, and leaks and whatnot. But basically, he's a man who seems to know way too much for his own sake, and I'm scared Nintendo ninjas might come after him. But hey, just watch out, my man. But either way, he got ourselves like a little bit of a podcast he put together yesterday where he was revealing a bunch of the stuff from the riddles that was given to us by the Chinese Riddlers. So I thought we'd take a look at a breakdown of his podcast that was put together by Caroline, also known as Haleb Forever on Twitter. I will link her Twitter down below. A big thank you to her for actually putting this together. Really appreciate that. Thank you so much for that. Thank you, Caroline. I really appreciate it. Thank you. But yeah, so put together like a general idea here of what we might be looking at. And then also we have another breakdown by Demi Pokemon, also on Twitter, and also information from Steelix. So just sit back, relax. This might be a bit of a longer video. So let's just get into the first breakdown here of the podcast, which we have a giant Google document of all this. So thank you again to Caroline for putting this together for me. I really appreciate it. She did it yesterday when I was streaming, so I thought we'd take a look at it and just break down everything that's said here. So sit back, relax, and let me read all of it first. So Eclipse Podcast. The Gen 4 legendaries are getting new forms, including Dialga and Palkia. Not primal forms, more like origin forms like Giratina. He doesn't know what game yet. So he doesn't know what game is going to be getting these forms for, but the assumption is either BDSP or Legends Arceus might be getting them, either one of them. But does confirm though later on here that in saying no megas in BDSP, which a lot of people are disappointed by, but apparently there are no megas in these games, so you're just gonna have to live with that, I guess, ladies and gents. It continues on though. All legendaries and mythicals will be available in the games. So apparently all legendaries and mythicals will be available in the games to actually, catch and have. And I'm assuming this might be referring to BDSP, but I don't know. Is this Legends? I don't think it's Legends. I think it's BDSP, right? Because Legends can't have Pokemon like Mewtwo and stuff. That's unlikely. So I think for BDSP, they're saying that legendaries and all mythicals will be available in the games. They continue on. Also, it says games and not game. New forms of the starters in Legends, and they have new specific moves like the Gen 7 starters. The Chinese Riddler picks are related to the new types of the starters in Legends. So this is something that's very interesting. So the new forms of the starters, there are new forms for the starters, like new forms for their evolutions, and they have new specific moves like the Gen 7 starters. So like a unique move, like similar to Z move, I guess, like a unique, like a signature move, so to say. The same way also the Gen 8 Pokemon also kind of have a signature moves, more or less. The Chinese Riddler has left these in the pictures, and I will take a look at the big image with all the pictures later. He says no new evolution, maybe in Generation 9, but nothing new is confirmed for these ones. The new Ball Guy account on Twitter is reliable, especially his first tweet. So that guy on Twitter that you guys have seen, the Ball Guy, we will take a look at some of his other stuff again a bit later. But he is legitimate according to Eclipse, and we'll see if that is the case. Electrode line gets new forms. So apparently Voltorb and Electrode getting a new forms, I guess. Are they going to be just Hisuian forms? Will it be a new evolution? I don't know, but it says new forms, so I'm assuming just Hisuian forms. They continue on. No DLC for Legends or BDSP as of now. So no DLC for the games, which does make sense because I think next year is Generation 9. I think next year Gen 9 is coming out, so it would make sense that there are no, there's no availability of these other ones in here. It just makes sense in general, right? Then, no new rideable Ursaring form. There's a because this was mentioned by Centro that there's going to be a rideable Ursaring, but that has not been confirmed. And he says here, no new rideable form. There's a possibility that a new form of an old bear Pokemon gets one. It is not rideable. There are only 4 rideable mons like in the leak. So apparently there are only 4 rideable mons like in the leak. So apparently, what would that be then? We know we can fly with Braviary. We can ride Werdeer. We can use Basculegion to surf on it, and then we can climb with something, which is the leaked Pokemon we've seen to climb with. Beyond that, what else could there really be? Like, there shouldn't be any more rideable Pokemon unless they work like HMs, but I don't know. At least 2 more BDSP trailers. So apparently there will be 2 more before release, which is, wow, that's a lot actually, if that is true. 2 more. But again, remember, that's kind of stuff is the sort of stuff that can change, like literally at any given time. This is the sort of thing that could change at any given time, like along the way, right? Now, how Arceus ties into Legends will be explained soon. New trailer for Legends expected late November about new Mon's second trailer, possible January about Arceus. So, possibly January about Arceus. So, in January, he's assuming they might give us some actual info about Arceus' connection to all this. And also in the late November one, we will see new Pokemon, and the second trailer will possibly be in January. So apparently at least 2 more BDSP trailers and more trailers for Legends going into the future. And also with these little hints they're leaving now, like the found footage stuff, there could be definitely more stuff. No old gimmicks in Legends. The new one is Noble Pokemon. So there are no old gimmicks, no Megas, no Gigantamax, no Dynamax, no Z moves. It's all just the new gimmick, which is Noble Pokemon, right? As well as, I guess, like the agile and like the agile style, whatever, and like the different type of combat they've added now. But that's about it. Now he says here, possible stat increase for old mons could be internal like IVs, so it's automatically upgrading the stats after reaching certain points / EXP or whatever. So apparently like stat increases for old mons might be happening, I guess, in Legends, I'm assuming. So we'll see how that works. Then he continues on, some riddles, collage from Central, are easy to figure out. So apparently that is true. We've already been able to figure out one of them, which you guys may have seen from the thumbnail and thingy and whatnot. We'll go into that a bit further later, but let's continue. He doesn't know if we can get shiny statics, starters, legends. Can't tell until game comes out. There might be a Pokemon related to Dunsparce, Evolution, or New Form. Interesting, because this is what I'm talking about. I'm going to talk about more about Dunsparce a bit later, but this is interesting. So there's might be something related to that. Everything on the tweet by Central about the uncatchable Arceus form is fake. So uncatchable Arceus, not a thing. Some form of Arceus, not a thing, apparently. The collage of pictures Central tweeted is from a reliable source. Central doesn't know anything else about it, apparently, according to Eclipse. Some of the pictures on the collage are related to Pokemon lines, not just a singular Pokemon. The Pokeball relates to Electrode and Voltorb. So yeah, the stuff we see on there could relate to multiple Pokemon, not a singular Pokemon, right? In a line of Pokemon. Excluding the 3 new HISUIan forms we know about so far, the future ones can be counted on one hand. To count all new forms, you need 2 hands. Riddle. They can be counted on one hand. To count all new forms, you need 2 hands. So there are 5 new ones, but there is 5 more evolutions for all of them. So there's 10 or maybe like, well, you can count them on one hand, so they could be any amount, right? It could be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, right? You can do that, technically. But I don't know. Either way, the new forms from today's video seem to be linked to the second picture of the collage, One Piece 1. One Piece 1. So that would make sense because the guy's name is Zoro, I think, from One Piece, the guy with the green hair, and that makes sense with ZOROARK. I talked about this in my previous video. Go check that out. So that could be the connection there. The Love Cloud could be linked to Love Disc, Altaria, or Comfy. And he did mention Comfy specifically. There was some reason he brought up Comfy. I remembered one of his tweets. Number 5 is named Swimsuit. That's all he knows. All right. And the cactus hint is Creature. Now, Creature could really be anything. But I'm feeling like the cactus one, he actually hinted this in one of my, like yesterday I live streamed, okay? And he came into my stream and he said cacti. Now, when I heard cacti, I was just thinking of cactus. And he was hinting at something here, which is interesting because at the time when he mentioned cacti, we were actually talking in that moment about a very specific tweet, I think, from an individual by the name of Ball Guy Leak. If you guys haven't seen Ball Guy, I've covered him a few times. I covered him earlier today. I'm going to cover him here again real quick. But Ball Guy actually did something interesting. He tweeted out this image and this post saying, Legends, a baby Pokemon line received a new HISUIan form. More soon. And I feel like that could be connected to that. The cactus could be actually either a new Badoo evolution, Badoo line could be getting new form, or Bonsly might be getting a new evolution, right? Because, Bonsly evolves into what? Sudowoodo, and Badoo evolves into, oh god, I cannot remember what it goes to. But my point is, I think Bonsly might be getting, a new Sudowoodo evolution of some kind, or something along those lines. Either way, the snake could be related to Goodra, unless they include snail-shaped mons, then it could be Dunsparce, alright? Number 10 is Worship, and it's easy to guess, any Worship mon. So I think for this one, there's also the possibility that what he talks about here for the baby Pokemon, that we might be getting a new Mantike evolution, right? And that it looks like a Worship. That could happen. It might be even an Ice type of some kind. Number 11 hint is Espermami. It's a Psychic type. The bear hint is not cryptic like the others, but also not as simple. Eclipse doesn't know if it's Ursaring or not, since one of the noble ones is Ursaring. And why would we be fighting Ursaring if there is an Evo? True, good point. Now, expect a Gen 9 announcement in 2022. Also, Gen 9 is likely to be out in late 2022. If not, it will be early 2023. Samus Hunter and Ball Guy are the most reliable aside from Eclipse, apparently. which is weird because Samus Hunter, a lot of people have been saying Samus Hunter is BS, but now Centro is BS, but then it's all confusing. Either way, I'm just going to cover what everybody says, and it is what it is. Just remember, take all this with a mountain of salt. You never know if it's true or not, but just keep that in mind. Either way, new console is coming out in 2022, but most likely mid of the year, I guess. Samus Hunter tweet, Eclipse agrees. So more or less, he's just agreeing with what Samus Hunter said. If anyone says there is DLC for Legends or BDSP, they're lying. There's no information about that, but it's possible. So basically just saying that it's not confirmed, which is fair enough. The Pokemon climbing the mountain is most likely Sneasel or Nuzleaf. That's all Eclipse can see at this point. I'm feeling like it's Sneasel, personally, based on what we saw from Ball Guy, I think. But let's continue. A baby Pokemon line is receiving a new form. From the information he knows in Legends, he will tease this Evo within the next week. So we'll get this info from Eclipse soon, I guess. But he has been talking about the cacti thing, which is confusing me. The thing he was teasing the last few days was the video today. His podcast was named question mark, same as the video released today. Interesting. That is actually very, very intriguing that he did that. But yeah, that is strange to say the least. But that was one of the things, right? So of course we have the baby Pokemon, and he was in my stream saying a bunch of this stuff. And also here is another version of like the summarization here, which I'm going to go through real quick as well, which is HISUIAN Forms Evolution, under 10 new Pokemon evolutions, more than 5, can't be counted on one hand. So that's kind of the riddle he's playing with here. 17 forms of existing Pokemon, 2 down, 15 to go, not counting evolutions. No HISUIAN form that evolves into a new Pokemon, number matched with Ball Guy. So if you look like, you know, right here, what the Ball Guy says, 7 new Pokemon, 17 HISUIANs. So I guess, like, you know, under 10 new Pokemon / evolutions, more than 5 can't be counted in one hand. So 7 is actually the logical number. Can't be counted on one hand, but more than 5. So 7 is the logical number then, I guess, unless I misunderstood the whole thing earlier. Legendaries, new form in PLA, not primals as stated by Central, more in line with Giratina's origin form by Ball Guy. All Gen 4 legendaries and mythicals catchable BDSP, so that's true. Central unverified source, leaks all fake, fair enough. Chinese Riddler, Centro's emojis don't translate riddles properly. Riddles hint at starter and Evo types, which is these ones right here, which we now know is that, if I remember correctly here, what was the typings again? I think the Ghost Girl could be like, also the Ghost Girl riddle can only be understood knowing a signature move of the associated starter. Each has one. Only someone who knows Chinese can understand them fully. But either way, I know that just like the grass type, which is the Decidueye, is going to be grass fighting. Typhlosion is going to be fire ghost, I think. And I don't remember what Samuro was supposed to be. I just don't remember. I think water dark, I think, or something like that. I don't remember. But either way, he continues on. Ghost Girl Riddle, only someone who knows Chinese can understand it. Oh, wait. BDSP, no megas, may include some kind of new form. No DLC planned for now. Legends rideable Pokemon, only 4 rideable Pokemon. 3 revealed plus climber leak. More than 4 wardens for things such as Cleavor. Climbing Pokemon could be a new Sneasel or Nuzleaf evolution. Speculation. Ball Guys has said it's Sneasel Evo, so we'll see how that is. Specific forms mentioned. No evolutions. New starter evolution forms, which we know. Hisui and Voltorb and Electrode, fair enough. Rideable Ursaring Evo is fake, but Ursaring could still get an evolution. Eclipse was told an old bear Pokemon would get one. Typhlosion's new concept is sick, apparently. And Dunsparce is mentioned here as well, which we'll go into further in a second. In addition to what is said above, leak shown here is half a real leak, half a reliable source who gave mixed info and real fake info. Starter forms, Hisui Electrode line, real, rest is fake. BDSP issues may just be an assumption. Legend stats, apparently Pokemon may receive a stat buff. Stats can level up to 3 times using a new item. They can eat to raise them. Stat raise is substantial. Example was given to raising 60 attack to 70 within 1 level. Jeez. Unite, not much information, but the Decidueye definitely coming apparently because it was found within the files of the game. And 2022 plans, no Legend DLC, Gen 9 in late 2022, early 2023. Gen 9 announcement definitely in 2022, possibly first half. Game Freak working both on PLA and Gen 9, which actually is very possible. Central Collage tweet, which we're going to go into. So this is the Collage tweet that we saw from Central, right? And there is a nice little breakdown that's been made by multiple different people. But here is one that Steelix put together specifically for what we see here in the snail. So if you guys look at this image, right, you see a snail right there. Now, what's interesting is Steelix put this together, but little thing I threw together, it seems to be a hint we can figure out the most about at the moment. Leave your thoughts and theories below. And here's what he basically says. If you look at the snail ring, right, it looks a bit like a, well, Dunsparce more or less, because it says here, Nokochi may be an anagram of Tsukinoko, a fabled snake-like creature. Snail ring, platinum ring in the shape of a snail, could refer to snail/slug-shaped Pokemon. Dunsparce could refer to Gudra line snail-based. It's a bit out there, but might be a Pokemon similar to Dunsparce. He shouldn't say anything else, but we'd love a new form or Evo for Dunsparce. And then, of course, Ball Guy also tweeted in Japanese saying Steel-type Dunsparce here. And according to legend, some Tsukinoko have the ability to speak and propensity for lying, and they also have said to taste for alcohol. Legend records that it will sometimes swallow its own tail so it can roll like a wheel, similar to the hoop snake. Dunsparce's Japanese name, and then there it is, Tsukinoko. Could refer to be an anagram of Tsukinoko. So it actually connects to that, which is the snake eating its own tail, but in this case, it's a snail eating its own tail, which is a bit odd. But that's one of the ones where, like, we may have actually figured out what the riddle is, that we're getting in some form of Dunsparce. And as you guys may have noticed, with this game, with these games in particular, we are getting far more, like, how would I call this? We're getting far more, like, information, far more Pokemon that were just kind of forgotten getting forms. Like, why is Werdeer a thing, right? Basculegion, Cleavor. I mean, sure, Scissor's got some love, but like Scyther getting a new Evo, it's just kind of random. But particularly the first two, Werdeer, Basculegion, even freaking like Hisuian, what do you call him? Forgot the name of him. Rufflet's Evolution. My brain is just numb right now. But anyway, even the fact that these guys are getting evolutions, it's just a bit strange, or forms rather. It's a bit odd, to say the least. But this whole giant thing here, we already know what a bunch of these mean. But we'll just have to wait and see what else is kind of broken down here. So here's what he says. Besides the 3 images seen from the Chinese Riddler, here are some of the statements made on the others. Top middle image, Zoro and Perona from One Piece, related to today's found footage trailer. This teaser is for an unrevealed evolution of an existing species. Speculation, Zoro being included seems to point to Zoro and ZOROARK as being speculated by many, which I have said, I do think that we're going to get a Zoro and ZOROARK, HISUIAN forms. So this could be what they're hinting at here. Trailer should be coming within the week, possibly tomorrow, to officially reveal this Pokemon. Apparently today, which I hope it's not like, going to drop like while I'm not in the house, because man, I got to go out and do some stuff today. So I hope it drops a bit, like when I'm around, So either way, top right image, Love Cloud given as a hint. Heart shape could relate to Love Disc, clouds could relate to Altaria, and could be a different Comfy form. Alrighty then. Middle image, swimsuit given as a clue, speculation, possibly swimming/diving mechanic, perhaps a new form based around swimming. We'll have to wait and see. Pokeball image, confirmed to refer to the aforementioned Voltorb line forms, which actually makes sense. Cactus image, name of the creature is supposedly a clue as to what it could be hinting at. Creature's name is the creature's name in the picture is Cactuar from Final Fantasy. Could we get a new form of, I don't know, possibly Maractus? Because I know somebody, I think, I don't know who it was, but it was one of the big Pokemon accounts, news accounts, right? Not official ones, but news accounts, actually liked a tweet by someone about there being a Maractus Hisuian form. So that could be what this is about. Maybe a new Maractus evolution or something. Snail ring. Platinum ring in the shape of a snail could refer to a snail slug shaped Pokemon. Dunsparce in this case, I feel like. And Warship. We already have a Warship Pokemon. Not sure who it refers to. Dragapult related to said Warship Pokemon. Now, could we get a Dragapult thingy? I don't know. I don't think Dragapult getting a form this fast would be really logical. There is Avalugg though. I'm thinking Avalugg, which is a big Pokemon that kind of looks like a giant, ice Warship more or less in a weird way. And maybe we're getting a new one, something new there, but I think we've already seen it in the trailer, so that's not the case. The only other thing is maybe a baby Mantike evolution line thingy happening, or maybe even a new Wailord evolution in some way or shape or form. By the way, bottom middle image from old manga Esper Mami. Esper could be pointing to a psychic type form / evolution. Bottom right image points to aforementioned new bear evolution from an old species, maybe not Ursaring as it was shown as a mini boss. And then baby Pokemon, tweeted below supported. Crossed out Pokemon have their regular evos shown already. Notice tweet says line will be teased soon by Eclipse. So I don't know, we'll have to see. Apparently there's going to be like a new Hisuian form for these guys. So who could it be? I don't really know. We've already seen a lot of these Pokemon, so, we'll have to wait and see what happens. And that's all, and that's pretty much it for that list of things. This pic is also fake, by the way. This picture I talked about in a previous video today, so that one is confirmed as fake. And also here, Sudowoodo and Cactus equals grass ground type maybe, which could happen. That could be, by the way, shout out to Jack-o'-lantern for this, little piece of info there. That could be the case. And also, shout out to Kuro here for actually putting together a general concept for what the, Hisuian Zoroa and ZOROARK could look like, because these look actually sick. And then we continue on here, and we have what these images all are. Of course, the New Starter Evo is the one up there, New Starter Evo 2, and New Starter Evo 3 in the bottom. And then we have just a general breakdown, which we already have seen. And yeah, that's pretty much it. And the final thing I want to cover is this right here. This was posted, or this is on the official website. This is for the found footage. And here's the translation of what it basically says. Actually, I think we can also translate it like this and just see what it says. Pokemon trainers all over the world. I'm sorry I was surprised you by the sudden message. I'm investigating Pokemon in the Sinnoh region. The other day, an older document was found in the back of a the Mio library, it seems that the state of the distant past in this region is recorded. Currently, I'm examining the contents while restoring it, but it seems that the damage is terrible and there's some kind of accident. It's hard to make progress and I'm in trouble. It's still in the middle of the process, but you could please watch this video as well. The video is still almost unknown, but the audio is somehow audible. If you love Pokemon, please, you may have some clues. If you notice anything in the video, please let us know. And interestingly enough, I think we might actually then end up getting the breakdown of what this is already today, because it is just a Wednesday and Pokemon does post stuff on Wednesdays, so this actually could happen today. We could get the results of what this is already today. So yeah, ladies and gentlemen, that's pretty much it more or less for today's video, guys. If you did enjoy it, then drop a like down below. Again, thank you so much for watching. My name has been Ruffle Rowlett. If you guys want to check out all the stuff I've talked about, I'll try to be linking it down below, and that's about it. Thank you so much. I'll see you all the next time. Peace out and bye bye, ladies and gents.